Hey, what's up? Welcome to my room. This is part 2 of the 20-minute mobility installations. A couple days ago, Mike posted a video about mobilizing the posterior chain, primarily knee down to the foot. Spent a lot of time doing this, massaging the calves and that kind of good stuff. Today, we're going to use a lacrosse ball and a roller, which I hope everyone has, to work on the shoulders, specifically the neck, upper back region. Really, it's pretty simple. Since we're not in the hut, we're going to, we're going to use what we got. I'm guessing that most of you have spent a little bit more time lately on your phone or your computer, which leads me to believe that this position has been happening a lot more than we want it to. So the idea today is that we're gonna open that up, correct the posture, get the shoulders back and down, shoulder blades in the back pockets, Jane. For starters, we don't want to get to this yet. We're gonna start with the roller. I'm just gonna pretty much talk us through this. We're gonna spend the next 18 minutes going through this. So if you've got your roller, go ahead and set it down. We're going to see how this angle works. But first, we do this a lot, like all the time, right? We don't want to roll aimlessly. We want to roll with purpose. We're going to start with the roller just underneath the shoulder blades. And prop your chest up. I want you to bring your hips up and tighten down the core so that you're not just nice and soft down there. We want to be tightened up. Bring those arms back. And we're just going to walk ourselves up and down the roller. For a couple of smooth sails. Great. Resituate. And I'm going to pull my head to the ground. Feel my back in this big extension. Oh, it's not often that we get here, is it? Usually we're all rolled forward, but we're going to take advantage of this moment and just take our arms as far back as possible. I don't think I have a career in vlogging. I don't really like this. Keep rolling it out. It's pretty weird just talking to the camera, assuming that someone's gonna watch it. But we're making do. Keep rolling. Maybe you're a little tight. If you feel extra tight right now, then let's take a moment and loosen up a little bit. Sit up and we'll just open up the shoulders. Left over right, right over left. Maybe some circles. Really, you can do this anytime you want. And the idea is that it's really helpful and practical and applicable for you wherever you are. We're going to come back to the roller and we're going to begin our journey towards shoulder mobility with the lat. So huge muscle, right? Running all the way up and down the back, stops around the bottom of, you stop feeling it around the bottom of your ribs. Rollers on the ground, meet me on the ground. We're going to start at the bottom. Arm overhead. I'm kind of like at an angle. I'm on my back and I'm just going to roll towards my chest for 5 slow rolls. As we go up the lat, you'll probably notice that there's this little ridge that happens here, and it might be like way more tender for you than any other part of your lat. And if that's the case, I'd encourage you to just hang out there. Spend a little bit more time on that mountain where it feels like you're going up the roller coaster and immediately down, like this muscle is super tight. Wherever you find that, spend a little bit more time there. But back to the roller. After you've done 5 rolls at the low part of the lat, move that roller up like 1 inch, and we'll do 5 more. Really open up the chest and then close it back down. Oh, found the mountain. Oh. That's good. Take it up a little bit more. This is where I'm going to start feeling pain. It's a big mountain. Again, 5 slow rolls. And the funny thing is that when I say 5, I almost always mean about 5. Because I myself don't even count really. I just kind of do it until it feels good. Before I get bored of it. Take one more jump up towards the armpit. Fantastic. Let's do a couple more rolls up and down the back. So, roller, base of the shoulder blades, arms overhead. Find that big extension in the back. Hips up, tighten it down, and we'll just take it through. Oh, there's a little snap, crackle, pop. Give yourself a big hug and snake around. And we're back. All right. I'm going to do the left side now. Same idea. Start low, work my way up, and I'm going forward or side to side. And the crazy thing about shoulders is that they really do get pretty tight. And a lot of things contribute to it. You know, the way you sleep at night has something to do with it. And the way that you spend your day hunched over on your phone or on your laptop, it all contributes. The way you drive, are you hunched over in the steering wheel? Or are you sitting up straight with your shoulders back and down? Bring that roller up just a little bit. You might be a little looser on this side. You might be a little tighter. I am a bit tighter. But back to what I was saying. Everything that we do contributes to this chronic tightness or chronic limberness, flexibility, mobility. And so be cognizant of the way that you're standing, your posture. Are your shoulder blades out and forward, or are they back and down? That question can be applied to any situation, whether you're driving, watching a movie, doing work, having dinner, everything. I'm going to move up one more time. Again, keep that arm extended ahead of you. That's a killer. 10% battery remaining. I think I should probably plug in. But I don't have an outlet close. This is the pain of virtual life. Dang. I guess I'll just let my phone die for your mobility. We're gonna move on from this for just a little bit. Take your lacrosse ball, and most of us can find something tight somewhere around there, right? We're gonna take this and jam this hard lacrosse ball into this hard knot in your back. It's gonna be somewhere in between your vertebrae that goes up and down your back and your shoulder blade. So if this is my vertebrae and this is my shoulder blade, here, vertebrae, shoulder blade, the ball's gonna go right there. Okay, so I'm gonna set the lacrosse ball down. I'm gonna find the little golden spot in between my shoulder blade and my vertebrae. It's kind of like at the top. I'm on my right side, so it's at the top left of my shoulder blade-ish area. You can see my knees. My knees are up, my heels are on the ground. I'm digging my heels into the ground to create a little tension up here. I'm gonna start with my hand down by my waist, keeping my elbow long, my shoulder externally rotated. I'm gonna pull my hand up and back. Now, don't borrow any mobility here. Keep this tight. Don't let it arch and don't let it flex and extend. Keep it tight. The only thing that should be moving is your shoulder. Right here, my elbow wants to bend, but I'm not gonna let it. I'm gonna keep it long and just hold right here. Yours might be a little lower than mine, and that's okay. The lacrosse ball is totally jammed into probably somewhere around my rhomboids. If you want to look at a anatomical picture and look at the rhomboids, it's probably where you're tight. If this is my back, they kind of sit right here and right here. And yeah, I have this little sucker jammed right there, and I'm just going to town on it. It feels great. Arms high, and let it fall. Oh, there it is. And then we're gonna do some circles. Nice big circles. Keep that elbow long. Oh, whew. Feeling like my muscle is rolling over the lacrosse ball. It's kind of good and kind of terrible at the same time. Oh, we're gonna hang out here for one more minute. And I'm gonna plug in my phone. Technology. I just realized I can plug it right into my computer and it'll charge. The power. Maybe. We're gonna trust it. Okay, I'm gonna take this again. Now on my left side, it's gonna be somewhere right around here. What's the word? What's the part of the pyramid that I'm gonna be on? Sport? Is that what it says? I'm gonna be on sport. Here we go. The adventure begins. Knees are up, heels driving in the ground. Prepare yourself emotionally. Long arm. And it's going back. This one feels a little bit better. Don't be afraid to let that lacrosse ball move too. If you want to explore, be my guest. You're like Lewis and Clark, but on your own body with a lacrosse ball. Whew, I'm making those circles, and it feels really good. What time is it? How long have I been talking? 15 minutes, wow. No, 16. That's incredible. Vlogging's kind of easy. I should be a YouTuber. Still making those circles. And I'm just gonna hang out here because it's kind of that perfect level of painful, but not. I feel like my face is red. I'm gonna contract my muscles and relax them and let the lacrosse ball just sink a little bit deeper. Feel free to join me so that I'm not alone in this. Oh, it's incredible. Whew. Oh, what should we do now? We should probably finish by opening up this area, the pec. So you're gonna jam this lacrosse ball now in between your shoulder and your pec. You've got a little divot there, like collarbone, chest, like, yeah, you can find it. I'm gonna face you and really just kind of dig in there. And we're gonna internally rotate and externally rotate our shoulder. And then you're gonna move your arm up to the side and back down. Do that with me 5 times. Please. So this is making a little bit of space in our chest because, you know, when we sit on our phone and we roll our shoulders forward, it changes the distance that these muscles have to travel, right? So when they're shortened, it's bad news bears. So what we're doing right now is elongating them back to how they should be, or at least we're trying to do that. I don't know how many of these I said to do. I think 5. I don't know how many I did. I think around 5. Switch sides, if you didn't notice that. Collarbone right there. Shoulder right there. Chest right here. I'm gonna put the ball somewhere in there. There we go. And 5 more. Oh, that's funny. Look what's sitting on my floor. This book. If you don't have this book, you should get it. It'll teach you about all this stuff. And it's a cool coffee table book at the very least. But Mike talked about this guy last video. His name's Kelly Starrett. And he'll make you into a supple leopard. Which I personally want to be. If you're done with this, go ahead and hang out in child's pose for a little bit. Take those armpits to the ground. Make space between your head and your butt. Stretch it out. Armpits to the ground. Oh. Hopefully you feel a little looser after that. Go ahead and do this with me. Hope this was good for you. Hope you're, I can't tilt you. Hope you're feeling a little more mobile in your shoulders. Remember, don't be on your phone and roll forward. Shoulder blades in the back pockets.